Hi guys, last little while now I've been contemplating what to do with the Panasonic RF-5000. As you know, the outside wasn't very good. Sensitivity on the HF bands were even worse. And the radio, even in a working condition, was pretty much worthless because the outside was just destroyed for the most part. So I spent the last few days pondering what I'm going to do with that Panasonic RF-5000, and I have decided to tear her down, scrap her to scrapper. So I've completely disemboweled the radio, and this video will show you all the goodies that radio give me in regards to parts. Some of the parts are, I would think, rather expensive to buy. So first off, if anybody has an Panasonic RF-5000 that they need a few parts for to repair theirs, well, now's your chance. I have some parts here, obviously, and if there's anything you need to get yours up and running, just make a comment below. Anyways, this is what this video is going to be about: the parts salvaged from the Panasonic RF-5000. And here we go. And here is the parts salvaged from an RF-5000. Quite the spread. And if you had to buy all these parts individually, I would think they'd be worth a small fortune to buy. So let's have a closer look at what I have salvaged here. And again, if anybody has an RF-5000 out there that needs some parts, let me know. So I guess one of the first things everybody was eyeballing was the tuning capacitor, the main tuning capacitor. That's the model. ECB-6FD 6FD4. There you go. Capacitor, she's 12 to 430 picofarad, and she's quite and the part number I'm assuming that Panasonic was using is RMV-122-1. That's the tuning capacitor. I've kept some of the plates, a couple of the plates that the string would have went on. Kept these. I'm sure these will come in handy one of these days. Maybe, maybe not. I got two dandy ferrite rods. These will come in handy for little projects. Every now and then I like playing with the shortwave receivers and stuff, and these two will definitely come in handy for that. And I do believe even these are getting quite expensive now to buy, from what I understand. I got a little, took this little L piece, little handle sort of thing that was in the radio. I removed that, keep that. That's the antenna jack, speakers and everything. That's what this looks like on the outside, on the inside. Older technology, but quite usable even today, there's no doubt. So I just left them intact on that piece of bakelite, just to make it they don't disappear so easy. And then we got two dandy little tuning caps right here. Got this little critter. He was in there with the he mixed in with all these guys here. Nice little one. And we've got this nice little one right here. Needs a bit of cleaning up, as you can see, but moves quite freely. We've got the audio amplifier board. I did replace these three capacitors, and this board do have a problem, as this capacitor here that I replaced was ready to blow its top too. So there's an issue with the board for a start. Then we got this one. Got a little crystal filter, 455k kilohertz. We've got another little board. One thing I did notice with this radio, she didn't use the black transistors you normally see. Used throughout this whole radio is this style of capacitors. Really interesting. I have to say, it's the first time I've seen these type transistors. As you can see, they're used throughout. I'm not even sure what these would be. If they're 2N, I guess it'd be 2N 183, or I don't know. Look at the schematic, I suppose, and find out what they really are. We got a bunch of these trimmer capacitors. These can come in handy for all kinds of little projects. You know, these comes in handy for everything. Then we have all the inductors. I salvaged all these from the band switch configuration. Saved all those. Then I saved this switch. I had to keep this. I couldn't let this go. It's too cool. That's a really cool switch. I like this. This is pretty cool. Had to keep that one. Of course, got a little meter. Use it for an S meter, tuning, battery. So we kept that. I kept the octo plug base, as well as that part. Because now, if I wanted to, I can even play around with an octal tube. Now that I have a socket that I can play with it, plug the actual tube into here, and might build a little tube transmitter or something. You never know. And I kept the octal plug with the wires. I can remove them wires by unsoldering the little pins on them, and the wires just pop right out. I can rewire that again. And I kept this little plug. Not sure how much I want to keep it, but I kept it. And got a bunch of capacitors and resistors and whatnot down there. Kept all that. One little neat piece though, little part, if I can get it out. This is a nice piece. Little tuning capacitor. Used in the BFO circuit. That is very nice. For fine tuning, my son. That's an awesome, awesome capacitor right there. Awesome. And of course, kept a few knobs. This here was actually off the main tuning knob. It had a lead weight on it. I disposed of the lead. We all know lead's bad, but in any event, I did keep this part. And a couple of knobs. I kept all the light bulbs. She had a lot of light bulbs in her, as you can tell. Kept those, and of course, kept all the hardware. So all in all, I think it was very good. Oh yes, and before I forget about them, I got salvaged the two speakers. 12 centimeter PD speaker, 16 ohms at 1.5 watts. Nice little speaker, that one. And this one, like the old tube stuff. Like the old, like the old tube speakers. Like these. And she is 16 ohms and 4 watts. So, very nice. So this is what I managed to get from the RF-5000. Again, if anybody has an RF-5000 and needs any parts, well, now's your chance. Here guys, thanks for watching, and as always, parts means life. Oh yes, and before I go, we forgot all about this critter. This is the actual brains of the RF-5000. 2 antenna inputs, ADC, B voltage, bias, IF, AFC. chances are if anything goes wrong physically with the 5000, that is a very good piece to keep. That is the brains right there of the RF-5000. So, anyways, again, if you need any parts, let me know. Step through.